Can you hear me? "30-minute sales gym, here we go." Just adjusting the cams. So we're live. We're live on the 30-minute sales gym. Today is another Wednesday. As promised, we will always try our best to go live on the 30-minute sales gym. Today's session is share. Why do businesses fail in the first year? So we're talking about businesses and why they fail in the first year. The 7 mistakes that silently kill new businesses before they even become profitable. The keyword here being before they become profitable. So we're looking at what is it that is breaking businesses. And the reason why this topic came up is you do know the rumor or the stat that says in Uganda is the biggest nation for entrepreneurs. It has the largest number of entrepreneurs in the world. So Uganda is the most entrepreneurial country in the world. With that stat, there's also the stat that accompanies it, which is it's also it also has the highest failure rate in terms of new business. So when we were studying business studies, we were taught an interesting fact. Most businesses, out of 100 businesses that start today, majority actually die within the first year, and then another bunch will die in the second year. Very few companies actually make it to the 5 year threshold. So, what you're looking for is how do I actually get to the 5 year threshold and grow the business? So, if you can hear me, I'd like you to give me a thumbs up, give me a like, push the likes. Let's get engaged. Let's get the session flowing. On YouTube, if you can hear me, give me a like. We're getting started. Just give me a like, give me a follow. Show me that what we're doing here is actually resonating with you. It works with you. It's helping you. Keep me motivated. Let's keep the energy flowing. If you're joining for the first time, this is the 30-minute sales gym. So for the 30-minute sales gym, it's a 30-minute program. It's in the name, where I sit and I talk about challenges that are facing businessmen or entrepreneurs, that are facing sales and business development executives. And also we look at the sales rep themselves. So if you're someone who sells any product, you go out, you eat what you kill, so to speak, which is our favorite statement as salespeople who earn on commission. This is for you. Again, if you can hear me, please give me a gesture. Show me you can hear me. Can you hear me on TikTok? So, what we've covered so far in the 30-minute sales gym, we've been doing this for quite a few weeks now. The goal is to do it consistently for 52 weeks, and I have stuck to it. Usually, the challenge consistency is the biggest challenge, but we've stuck to it. How to start sales conversations, we've done that. We've done asking questions, we might revisit that. When to start selling, ABC, handling objections. The goal is consultative selling. I'm mastering consultative selling, because once you reach a certain stage in your knowledge of sales, especially consultative sales, it means you can sell anything. So we compare consultative and push selling. Push selling being someone comes in, they want something like a soda, you can force them to buy something. There's no real skill behind it. Whereas with consultative selling, you're selling value, and you're not actually selling, you're more like guiding someone to the solution that will solve their problem. So again, this is for business owners, this is for sales reps, this is for business leaders. So long as you want to see results, we're not giving you fluff, we're not giving you unattainable suggestions, we're not getting too complicated. We're doing things that actually work, that solve the problem today. So again, the topic for today is, why do businesses fail in the first year? Nearly every entrepreneur starts with excitement, and this is something we all do. We are all so excited at the very beginning, yet many never make it past the first year mark. Uh, and the challenge usually isn't funding. If you're someone who goes out and you blame funding and capital for your failure, again, I suggest you read my favorite book, Looking for It Now. I have so many books. Brian Tracy, No Excuses. If you think funding is your issue, then you've got a deeper problem. Funding is not really, well, yes, capital is an issue, but a lot of people are succeeding in business with less capital than you. If your competitor can actually do something and achieve with less capital than you, then funding is not the issue. It isn't usually competition itself. So competition, your competition might be amazing, but look at Airbnb. Airbnb joined the hospitality sector and was competing with the likes of Hilton Hotel. They're competing with large hotel chains that cover different parts of the value chain, from low-end hotels, motels, guest houses, all the way up to your five-star hotels. But where is Airbnb now in terms of size? They've grown. So competition is not really your biggest issue. I'll also go in and throw your Flutterwave came in, and it came in to compete with the likes of PayPal. But where's Flutterwave now? They are $1 billion business. You're looking at the likes of uh, Uber. I mean, if you've got, if you, we all have examples of businesses that started at a huge disadvantage with very stiff competition and actually won out. So it isn't luck. If you feel you're unlucky, of course, luck uh, is simply being at the right place at the right time. So if you feel you're unlucky, you might not be trying your darndest. You might not be putting in the effort. You might not be going out there, because luck is opportunity combined with timing. So you're at the right place at the right time. It's very critical not to blame luck on, or your failure on luck, because that also means you're gambling. You're in this without a system or a process. And also, many people will not make it past year one. Uh, it's mainly due to a plethora, a large number of avoidable mistakes, which we're going to be touching on 7 mistakes you can avoid. We want to go through 7 mistakes you can avoid today. I'm your presenter. My name is Carl Kapapiro. I'm representing SNCT Marketing, digital marketing and sales consultancy business based in Uganda, Kampala. We do digital marketing, we do sales coaching, consultancy. We work with organizations of different sizes to make sure we drive revenue to your organization. And we also work with individuals who just want a leg up and to become an A player, a top player in the sales game. Most businesses don't fail because of a bad product. If you think your product sucks and you failed because of product, and this goes to the salespeople, if you're out there not selling because you feel the product sucks, then the issue is with you. I'm sorry. For you, it's really a you issue, not a product issue. Okay. So just show of hands, what areas or what challenges do you feel actually cause organizations to fail from your experience? What would that be? What would be those challenges that you feel organizations, startups, are, is causing the most number of startups to fail? Say whatever you feel it is, put it in the comment section, and let's review. Let's look at it. So I'm just going to pause. I'm going to pause this for a second while I wait for your comments. While I wait for your comments, just give me a second. And I'm back. So just scrolling through. If you've got, so the question again, the question is, what challenges have you faced or do you know of that are actually causing businesses to fail within the first year? What are the major challenges that you know of? Put that in the comment section. Let's have a few comments. Again, please like. I'm checking YouTube to see if we've got any comments. Feel free to like, feel free to share. If there's anyone you'd want to be a part of the conversation, share, let them join. Uh, let's get as many people to join us to be part of the conversation. Okay. So let's proceed. The myth. Let's look at the myths. What are the myths surrounding business? Most people believe they need more money in order to grow the business or in order for them to survive as a business. Most people need a better product. That's the myth. Some are saying, I need more followers. Just like us here, we want more followers. So the more likes, the more comments, the more shares, the more reach we have. Let's make this impactful. So they need more followers. The reality is, businesses survive because they solve enough problems. Actually, they thrive when they solve bigger problems. So look at it this way: the bigger the problem you're solving, the easier it is for you to survive without even a lot of capital, without the best product. But so long as your product solves a fundamental problem that's affecting a large enough number of people, you will survive as a business. So let's look at number one. Number one reason why businesses are failing is there's no clear customer. So what does that mean? It means you don't have a person that you can sit down and say, this is my customer. And I like doing this when I sit with people, business owners, and I ask them, so who do you sell your product to? And I get very vague or very broad answers to that question. I sell to anyone who breathes will buy my product. Anyone who gets thirsty can buy my product. Automatically, the second you're not targeted, you're not focused on a specific customer, assume you don't have a customer because you can't structure a message to that person. You don't know where the person you're looking for is because you're looking for everyone. So you're not going to be able to know which events they attend, uh, which social media networks they're on. You don't even know which TV station or radio channel they listen to. So how are you going to have a targeted approach to customer acquisition if you don't know whom you sell your product to? So businesses that try to sell to everyone, when you market to everyone, you market to absolutely no one. For example, I sell software, okay, versus I help schools reduce administration fee by 80%. I sell software for whom? Who will benefit? I sell software to schools to help schools XYZ. That is what we're looking for. And if you don't have that at the beginning, chances are you are throwing away your limited capital. And at the same time, you are shooting in the dark. You literally have no potential customer because you're spreading yourself too thin. Number two, you wait for your customers. So you don't have a actual customer acquisition process. What you're doing is you've gotten your shop, you've gotten your office, you've put in nice furniture, and then you've sat there and said, I will get customers. The reality is opening your doors is not marketing. Posting on Facebook isn't really marketing. It's not impactful, especially if you're using the broad approach of I want to talk to everybody. Hope, hope, sitting there and wishing is not a strategy. Successful businesses are in the business of creating demand. So you as a business owner, you've just started uh, your business, you want to survive year one, you want to get to year five, make sure you have a strategy in place, which I will briefly skim through. We've walked through a strategy before, but I'll give you one in this session as well. Number three, no sales process. Many businesses don't actually have a sales process. They have conversations, customers ask, they give a quotation, they wait. Boom, they're done. So you don't have a follow up process, you don't have a system in place for keeping your leads in one central location. You don't have a CRM. You don't have a CRM, no pipeline, no accountability, nothing. You're just there guessing with guesswork. If that's you, then no wonder you're struggling as a business. You have to have some systems in place in order for your sales to actually work for you. Mic check, mic check on. So I think, as usual, it's a nightmare all the time. But let's continue. I think most viewers are currently on TikTok. So let's do that. Last time it took me close to an hour to work on the sound on YouTube. So let's proceed. So if you don't have a pipeline process, how do you drive people through your sales funnel all the way up to the end? Then that means you don't have accountability, you don't have a sales process, you're hoping for the best. And if you're hoping for the best, you're literally flipping a coin and 50-50. It's 50-50. You might be one of the ones that survive, you might not be one of the ones that survive. What every business needs is an actual process that moves from lead generation, lead capture, follow up. That's my son. If you can hear him, uh, he wants to be part of the session. I think he'll join us next week. For now, so lead generation, lead capture. So you've generated the lead. How do you capture the details of your lead? From there, you've got your follow up process, where we've said as SNCT Marketing, we're creating Postly. And Postly is our email marketing automation tool. Once a lead fills in the lead form, Postly automatically sends a trail of emails that you create and keeps the customer engaged over a long period of time. Unlimited follow up automation. Then you've got the meeting. So your follow up, your calls, your introduction leads to a meeting, leads to you sending out a proposal, leads to the sale. And once you've gotten the sale and you've delivered well on your promises during the sales process, it leads to a referral. That is it. I will list it again. Lead generation goes to lead capture, goes to automated follow up process, goes to the meeting, goes to a proposal being sent out, which then goes to the sale and then referral. Just out of curiosity, do you currently have such a process in place? If you don't, then you might want to consider uh, putting one in place. If you don't, just put there in the comment section that you don't have a follow up process in place. I will send you a link, couple of links, one to download the slides for this session so that you can actually have the process documented for you. Also, I will send you a link for you to check out Postly. That's Postly, the email marketing automation tool. Number 4, follow up. The sale is in the follow up. I think you've heard that. If you're in sales, if you're in business, you do know the sale is in the follow up. Majority of people are not buying from you the second they see you or in the first interaction. It's multiple interactions in order for you to get the deal. So you have to put in place a follow up. 80% of sales happen after multiple follow ups, yet most businesses stop after the first interaction. If you're that person who's just doing one interaction and you're done, you suck. Nat2256, welcome. Hi. I'm Kenny. Come back. Hi. So thank you for joining. If you've joined, examples, I'll think about it. Send me the quotation. You send the quotation and then you don't follow up. Call me next week. You forget about the call. You're done. These are not rejections. They're invitations to actually keep following up. So if you're not following up, then the problem is on your side. Again, today's topic, we're talking about why businesses fail. They ignore number five. Reason number five, I'm giving you seven reasons. Reason number five, they ignore existing customers. The challenge is a lot of people want new business to the extent that they start ignoring the old clientele, and that is a big no no. Every Your current existing clients trust you, they will grow with you. All you have to do is give them a reason to stay with you. However, because of the world and competition, ignore that one and they will go and buy from someone else. What you want from your current clients is repeat business. A client, your profit is never in the first sale. Your profit is in repeat sales. So you want them to buy from you again and again and again and again. If it's a subscription, they should subscribe again and again and again and again. If it's water, your Renzori, you want them to drink Renzori again and again and again. You don't want them to say, nah, I'm going to Nirvana. Okay. So you have to treat your existing customers very well. They don't measure anything. Number six, why do you fail? You're not measuring. You're not measuring, you're not measuring, you're not measuring. How many leads are you generating? Guesswork, you don't know because it's not measurable. How many meetings have you attended? You don't know, you're not measuring. How many quotations have you sent out? Come on, we're guessing. We don't know, we're not measuring. The more areas you can measure, the better. And sometimes it becomes tedious to measure, to try and measure these things without a system. So if you can get a system, go ahead. If you can't, you can always design a very good Excel sheet that will help you with tracking this information and entering the data. But it would be good to know. It is important to know. Let's put it that way. It's very important to know, especially the area of how much revenue. So once you go into how much revenue, you're also looking at how much of the revenue is actually profit. So as many touch points as you can in terms of data points, the better. What gets measured gets improved. Facts. Finally, number seven. So, point number seven, no systems. I kid you not, there are systems for every type of business out there. If your challenge is you don't have the capital to invest in a subscription model, for example, you can't afford HubSpot, you can't afford um, what CRMs do you know? There are so many. You can't afford Zoho. You can't afford so many tools that are out there and overly marketed. There are free tools you can actually use. There are open source, what they call open source systems, where you don't pay a subscription and you can actually utilize those and get a similar benefit to the commercial systems. So I will always tell everyone this: systems and processes. Systems and processes. Your product might be the worst, but you have the right systems in place. That is what we're looking at. That is what grows your business. It isn't simply a matter of having the best product, sitting back and waiting for God to supply. It is putting in place a sales system, a marketing strategy and system, finance systems. You're looking at customer service, you're looking at operations. If you're the owner of a business and you're doing each of those, you're the salesman, the marketer, the finance, you're the customer service, you're in operations, it's a big challenge. Trust me, I've been there. Uh, and it's not a place I enjoyed. So I would definitely suggest putting in place systems and having someone help you, whether it's on a consultancy basis, whether it's employing someone, think growth. Because something I always tell to people, or I always say, is if you're not growing, you're shrinking. You're either growing or you're shrinking. There's no middle ground where you stay the same. You either grow or you shrink and die. Those are your two options. Business isn't rocket science. It's not so complicated. Uh, I'll go in. Someone sent me from our post on WhatsApp. Someone sent me a message responding to what they feel are the 7 causes of failure. There's registering the company too early. Yes, good point. You don't want to rush into too many expenses at the very beginning before you have capital or revenue coming in. At least get the first 2 clients. I would say get 5 clients, get proof of concept, and then register the business. uh, yeah, because once you've registered the business, the taxman looks to you as another source of income for the country. Okay. You are spending money on lawyers, bank accounts, etc., but you don't even know whether you generate the income to sustain those. Uh, One thing you should know is everything is annual. So once you pay your taxes, next year you will pay them again. Once you file, next year you will file again. If you don't know how to file by yourself, you shall pay someone to file for you. If you don't know how to, your bank account every time, every month, I believe, or every year, depending on the account, there are fees that they deduct from the account. So constantly, you're always going to be getting expenses. Expenses will never stop. The beauty of life is something will always be there to take your money. The easiest thing is to spend money. Achievements, you're going to tick off achievements. What have you achieved this year? And you're going to realize most of it is you spending money. I've built the website, I've rented the office space, I have bought the domain name, I'm hosting, I've opened the bank account, URA check, URSB check, KCCA check, all the abbreviations check, NITA is in there check. But, and I paused intentionally, but getting money in is the challenge. Getting money out is easy. Everybody is looking for money. It's getting money in that you want to deal with. So, how do you get money in consistently? And so I go, Andrew, you're right. Registering the company too early is a big mistake a lot of people make. Rushing into obligations before you've proven your concept, big challenge. Now, business isn't rocket science. What you need is traffic. You need eyes to see what you're offering, that is traffic. You need leads, so that means you need people that are interested. You need to converse with them, so you need to be in the right place where you can talk to the people that are interested. And then you need sales. Once you've sold, you need repeat customers and referrals. And with that, just there, you can grow your business. Don't even bother talking about, I need an investor, I need. No. If you're doing that, I mean, God bless you if you do get the investor. It's proven Africa gets the least amount of investors globally in terms of continents. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, South Africa, Nigeria collect majority of investors. The rest of the African continent gets so little. That's something you can search. It's something I was reading about a week ago. Something you can always do a Google search about to see in terms of startups that get investors, where does the majority of investment flow? It's hardly in Africa. So here we go. We need to learn to bootstrap. We need to learn to grow outside of that investment. And when you do get capital, it's usually in the form of expensive loans. So every one of these problems can be fixed. The good news is you don't need more luck, you don't need more money, you don't need more followers. What you actually need is a better system, better marketing process, get more eyes on the product, and a better sales process. You need better sales process, marketing process, and the systems in place, and you're done. Lastly, a simple exercise. This is something for you to do. You've stayed with me. Again, give me the likes. Just double tap the screen. Give me a like. Not so difficult. Let's show people out there. Let's spread the word. Let people know we talk sense during the 30-minute sales gym. This week, ask yourself, this is a simple exercise. Ask yourself, where is my business leaking customers? So where's the leakage? Let's block the leakage. Is it in finding leads? Are you failing at the lead stage, the follow-up stage? Closing is your problem. Is that you can put that in the comment section. Uh, we will address it. Okay. Or are you challenged by keeping customers? Fix one of these leaks this week. Okay, fix one, anyone. If it's finding leads, if it's following up, if it's closing, if it's keeping customers, fix any one of them immediately this week. That's your challenge for the week. Very simple exercise. With that being said, again, feel free, visit Postly, that's POSTLY .SNCT marketing, SNCTmarketing.com. Take a look at the email marketing automation tool. You could implement it, it's free to register. Take a look, enjoy. Uh, Only pay once you start sending out emails. And that's the end of our 30-minute sales session this week. Thank you very much for joining. Uh, yeah, it's always a pleasure having all of you join and participate. So next week we'll be on again. Next week we will be on again, same time, 7:30 every Wednesday, 7:30 to 8 p.m. Have a lovely night. Good night to you all. Cheers.